Oh, here I am, up in Dartmoor. This is March the, March the 12th today. And I'm on a trail run up on Dartmoor. And as you can see, we had an occluded front cover last night, and it's given us a good covering of snow, probably about an inch here. So I'm on the top of the ridge now, heading towards Pupa's Rock. And I left really early this morning. Started running here, I guess, probably about roughly 4:30 this morning. So it's still really early. I still got an hour before daylight. But I thought the weather forecast gave this potential snow. I thought let's give it a go and see if we can enjoy Dartmoor in some interesting weather. So as you can see, it's a good covering of snow, nothing to be sniffed at, and everything's covered nicely and coated nicely. It really is nice. So we're about 1,500 feet now. We're heading off after this to Riders Hill. We'll see what it's like up there. So we're at Pupa's Rock, you can see up there. So yeah, I think really this is my first ever night run actually in the snow across Dartmoor. Obviously it is night time still, and wind's picking up from the east or southeast at the moment, nothing much, and there's sort of fairly misty, foggy, and a moderate drizzle, which I'm hoping perhaps might just might turn to snow as I get a bit higher up, or hail or whatever, because I can get a bit dampy. I've actually put my poncho on today. I've got my wind cheater waterproof underneath, which is undone underneath, just to really, it was just to keep you warm to start with. I thought, well, it's drizzling a bit too much, I'm going to get pretty wet after a few hours just by dampness, and I thought, well, it's just not worth it. So I decided to put this on top, and hopefully, well, it'll keep me dry for the rest of the journey. So we're heading up now towards Snowdon Hill, 1,600 feet. Have a glance at the snow here. So it is full on snow up here. It's really nice. It's crunching under my feet, which means it's slightly above freezing, but it really is a good blanket of snow, as you can see, and it's really, really nice. So yeah, off we go again. So I'm up at Snowdon now, 1,620 feet, fresh breeze blowing, and I just had to clean my glasses off. That's a pain of having to wear glasses. They get covered in steam or a bit of drizzle and such, not so nice. So the snow is good and crunchy up here. Nothing to complain about really. It's very, very nice. It's very beautiful. It's a lovely, lovely night run in spring in the snow on Dartmoor, and it really is a treat. It is quite blowy up here actually, and I think there's a little bit of snow or hail mixed in with it, but it's hard to detect it. Nevertheless, it's really nice and I'm enjoying it. So just arriving at Riders Hill now, and some snow drifting up here, rather, not much, but yeah, there's definitely some snow drifting, maybe just a few inches in the wind. It's a bit windy up here, but we've arrived finally. So it's a bit hard to hit anything I'm saying. So I've, as I say, I'm Riders Hill now. Just got my life system shelter out, popped it on the rock for the minute, and in a minute I'm going to get inside, got some refreshments, coffee and that. Temperature up here is about, oh, I don't know, plus 0.1, plus 0.2, just above freezing. Yeah, it's a very slow thaw, but it's probably colder than wind still, nevertheless, and I'm sure if I made a fuss I could find some sleepy stuff coming down amongst all this. But it's very beautiful up here, as you can see. You know, a really good covering of snow, a real blanket of snow, everything's coated. It's really, really, really very, very nice. So, I just popped down from the top of Riders Hill, found a few old mining workings here, just pits really in the ground, and there's barely a breeze down here, as you can see. My breath is just popping out slowly, but it's very nice, and I'm in my shelter, as you can see here, which is really, really nice. And there's a view looking outside. It's really, really nice and snowy here compared to what we've had before. So the time now is 5:55, and I could just about see some evidence of dawn coming on. So I'm going to have a coffee now, hot coffee, have a little chill out, and then decide what I should do next. I might well go over to Huntingdon Warren. We'll see. But it's just really, really good adventure. Bearing in mind, this is the, you know, the 12th of March. It's exceptional, really. And this is the first night snow run that I've done. And I've really enjoyed it so far. So, just munching my way through a ham sandwich. And I just wanted to say about my poncho that I've got on, which I've reviewed before. And I've got it right on, and it's this giant cape that goes over you, so windproof and temperature holding, that it's resting over my legs, as you can see. I've not bothered to put the heater on, my gas heater on. It acts as an extra sort of shelter, really, a barrier against the chill, and I can actually feel myself warming up. And if I take it off down here where my legs are, I can feel the chill straight away permeating into my legs. So besides being waterproof and an excellent job for that, this poncho is really good for also retaining heat. It's part of a good percentage quality survival shelter in a way, really, because it fits snug around your neck with a hood, and you know, traps body heat as well. So coupled with the life systems shelter I've got here as well, obviously, it really does the job. It's very peaceful up here. I can just hear the breeze blowing over my head across the moorland, open moorland. Don't think you can hear it on this microphone. And it's just very, very beautiful, you know. Just looking at the gorgeous snow out there. And yeah, it's just really, really nice. It's still dark, but just beginning to dawn now. It's a beautiful adventure, and it was worthwhile getting up early this morning at 3:50 or 3:45. And I was on an hour, you know, I was almost like, I'm just not going to bother with this. You know, the snow's gone, it's not going to snow anymore. Then, as I got up near the moors, I discovered the snow line was only 1,000 feet, which is really good. And it was a bit slushy there, but distinctively layered of snow, and it didn't take long for it to thicken up. So, yeah. Oh, right, signing out again. So it's definitely becoming dawn now, and I can quite clearly see without a torch now. So I've stopped again down at Avon Myers, and gonna have another little break, and I'm gonna got the heater on this time just to really warm up a bit before we carry on, as my hands are cold because my gloves are damp, but I brought a spare pair anticipating that, so I'll swap those later on. It's a wonderful adventure. So here we are on Dartmoor, enjoying the beautiful snow in March, with an aeroplane buzzing across, spoiling it all. It's a really wonderful time, and it's just really great fun. Yeah, it's jolly cold up here on the hands with the wind and the drizzle as well. Even though it's only just above freezing, it still feels pretty cold. But there we go. And over there, of course, my light systems, which I'll be using in a minute. So I've sparked up my Coleman Extreme 20 canister, as you can see there, and it's so beautifully warm here. Just my hands were cold and lovely, and becoming really toasty now. It's a microclimate of bliss in here, and outside it's snow and freezing drizzle nearly. Here it's absolutely lovely, so I would definitely recommend this as part of your kit if you're out on the wilds anywhere. Get a little stove like this one here. I've got a review on it. Absolutely brilliant. Coupled with your life system shelter, whatever shelter you might have, they do a wonderful job. Well, 7:20, and still drizzling and light rain. And I come down to now off Riders Hill. Decided to cut short the journey and just get on home now, because it's quite damp and I'm not really kitted up for rain and cold at the same time in any big way. So as you can see, there's a lot of snow around here still. It's probably a couple of inches, but there's light rain as well. So I stopped at a place called West Wellerbrook. It's just below Riders Hill. I really got low blood sugar and started to shake, so I had a nice Yorkie bar, and I'm gonna have a coffee and a sandwich and get moving again back off the moors. But it's been a wonderful adventure. It's foggy, it's damp, it's cold. That's what Dartmoor's all about, and I've had a great time, as I said. This poncho I've been wearing here, brilliant. Where I recommend it, because it's really helped me. It's kept the damp off me, it's kept me warm as well. It's helped me, it's kept the wind off, kept me warm. And I use it in conjunction with another waterproof underneath, which is wide open. It just helps on the arms. So yeah, I think this will be my last little vlog before we go home. So signing out on after a wonderful night run and dawn as well. Well, it's time to say goodbye to this beautiful winter landscape. So I'm just going to tell you how I feel right now. This is the worst it'll get. Well, not quite, but it's getting into the not so good scenarios, because the snow on the ground is quite thick. It's breezy. It's above freezing, but not a lot. It's under 1 degree, so 0.8 maybe. And it's raining. Worst case scenarios for hypothermia, and the one that I don't like at all, and that's why I'm going to cut short this adventure now, which is fine because it's foggy, snow's beginning to thaw a little bit, but it's the worst you get. My feet are cold, my hands are damp and cold. I have to take them off to gloves off to drink and to eat. On top of that, I did have low blood sugar. I think more to the point, without realising, I'm actually feeling I don't actually feel cold, but I feel myself shaking a little bit, and I don't think that's all low blood sugar. I think it is actually just a damp cold. I'm not wet, my poncho's done a fantastic job, but I feel myself slightly shivery, so it's a case of now get kitted up, get my slightly damp gloves on again, and just head off back home after a wonderful adventure. So yeah, so this is it. Fantastic, not bad for March. In fact, this is the best snow I've had on Dartmoor all through the winter, and it's now spring. Crazy, isn't it? So there we are. I give the Lord, my God, thanks for this fantastic adventure, because it's Him that keeps me safe and helps me and gives me the ability to enjoy it to the full. So signing out now.